Hey, it's Edge here. Today we are taking a look at technical analysis for AXIE INFINITY with ticker AXS. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide target and invalidation levels for the presented counts. Let's get going. First of all, overall wave count. We have two different possibilities here that I see. We have a possible 1-2 of primary and creating another 1-2 of intermediate. Before we go further, I want to say that Tradingview added the option to change the font size here for the fibs, and now I have the 16 font. Previously it was font 12 size, so hopefully you can see better now the targets. But without further ado, let's get going forward with this analysis. So other option is again just that we have completed this whole wave 1 of cycle. So we would have something like this before going higher. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Invalidation for this whole structure is around 10 cents, so that is nothing to be really worried at this point. But that is basically the two larger counts that I'm currently looking at. Going to be favoring this 1-2-1-2 scenario for now until it breaks, as this has got the closest invalidation level. Now let's take a look at a bit closer of this current correction that we are in. So I have the targets here for the wave 2. Let's move those over a bit. And for the count itself, we have a possibility for a WXY here into W of intermediate, WXY into X, and then looking for three-way structures to finish this correction completely. Now I've labeled this as a double zigzag, having 5 waves on A, then 3 waves in B, and then looking for 5 waves here. Now, as this current price action is just sideways, it is making this count look a bit worse. When I was introducing this count, we had, or I think that was way before this happened, this drop, but when I created this count, we didn't have this week and a half of sideways action here, and at that point the 1, 2, 3, 4 scenario looked really good. Now this wave 4 has been taking more time than the wave B of a higher degree, which makes this a bit more wonky looking as a structure on its own. It is not invalid or anything, but it just doesn't have the right look anymore. Targets for this, however, are still going to be remaining down here somewhere. The wave 3 low was around $16.30, so anything below that with a divergence, we could be looking at the 5th wave here. Wave 4 has also retraced more than the 0.5 of this 3rd wave here, which is making it a bit more unlikely as well. However, if we are currently topped the wave 4 here, we could be looking at the possibilities for a wave 5 here around $15.56. We have something else lining up there as well, pretty well here at the same area. We have the 0.764 extension of the AB move, of the A move for the C wave, and 1.236 for the Y wave. However, just below that as well, we got the 854 for the ABC count as well. Now just below that as well, even got a better target that has more lining up, the 2.618 extension with the 1-to-1 extension of the A to C wave, and 1.382 for the Y wave. So there's two different areas to look at, definitely interesting areas, around $15.30 and $12 areas. So let's bring these guys to the WXY count here, and then we have another option. Now this one is just saying just a bit different alteration on this one. saying that we have again WXY here into W, and instead of X being here, we have it here. Now at this point we would have to look this structure as a ABC, which is an expanded flat, and currently it does not look as bad as the other one. Here we would have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and possibly making the fifth here. So overall structure is not looking as bad. AB here, creating a possible C wave here, and that is still a pretty good looking structure for me at least. Now that is just about the right look, so there's nothing too much else towards it. Of course the targets are going to be changing. Let's take a look at as well the target for wave 5, as I haven't labeled that. So again, as wave 3 is, well, it is not too extended, but again it is somewhat extended. This is a bit difficult to say. We can just measure it two different ways. Let's say the wave 4 ends here, and let's take a look at this. If wave 3 extended, then we have these targets, and then we have from start to 3 to end of 4, and wave 3 not extended. So these are the basic areas that we're looking out for. Is this correct? I think one of my targets here is wrong colored. Yep, it's this one. And what is that one here? I got okay, I should downgrade this these things here. Oh well, I'll do that for the next video. But let's take a look at again the targets. What do we have lining up here? Now the only issue with this count, as you can see, is the extension for the C wave. Even currently it is already above or below the 2.618, which is making this count unlikely. So we have the issue of right look with the first example for the WXY, and now we have the extension issue for the ABC here, as C wave is super extended. Let's take a look still here if we can find some 3.618 possibly. I just don't like that. The extension is just so severe. Yeah, I'm trying to go for the next video. I'm going to be taking notes that we could be looking at 5-wave structure here. I'll try to fit that in, but again we have the lowest RSI here at this low, which is making it a bit bad. Maybe we can see the RSI divergence on the smaller time frame though. Targets, they're not lining up as well as on the other one. We can see some kind of area here where we have 1-to-1 extension. Yeah, it is basically this whole area here from $13.92 to $8, where we have this possible area. Yeah, not much to say about that. It is a large area, but again I don't really like the look of this ABC here, but we'll see what happens. I'll just keep the count on still. Before we go, let's take a look at the real close time frame here. Again, as with many other counts, we were looking for the wave 4. We can see some kind of okay looking triangle here, but structurally it can be started here, but on RSI we can see that there are lower and higher peaks, meaning that I would again like to see is it drawn out like this, but it is not really helping us too much, is it? We have this huge zigzag pattern here before it. We just don't know which part of this is actually, is it something like this, or is it something like this? There's just no telling. For this reason, I am not playing this structure as with Elliott Waves. Otherwise I would just be counting these, and there would be so many different alternatives that it just doesn't make sense. On volume profile, either it doesn't really show too well, it is not really respected on these highs. The only thing that is respected is basically these structural supports here, or resistances at the moment. We have wicked through it quite a few times, and all of these would have been a good position to take a short for. But that's pretty much all I want to share to you today. There's a link in my description for the Discord server if you want to join. Also, if you would like me to update a certain asset, let me know in the comments as well. But for now, thank you for watching. Hope to see you back on the channel soon.